What do you know about Foolio? Let's start from there. I think he's a piece of shit. I watched all those videos. I went down.
Man, 5 people involved in one murder. You really think y'all gonna get away with it, huh?
Bro, they have the fucking home surveillance video of one of the shooters where he's packing his car with the guns.
On June 23rd, 2024, rapper and known gang affiliate Charles Julio Foolio Jones II was gunned down in a calculated ambush in Tampa, Florida. Now, over a year later, 5 people have been arrested, tried, and sentenced to life in prison. Even those who didn't pull the trigger. This is the full story. The ambush, the investigation, the gang ties, and the justice that followed. Foolio was born Charles Andrew Jones II in Jacksonville, Florida. By his teens, he had already lost close family to gun violence. His father was killed in 2011, and in 2017, his cousin's murder fueled an even deeper rivalry between 2 sides of Jacksonville's street scene. He used rap to tell his story and gained fame for tracks that didn't shy away from his reality. His lyrics were often violent, calling out dead rivals and referencing real-life shootings. That earned him fans and enemies. He survived multiple shootings in the years leading up to his death, including one in Houston in 2020 and another in Jacksonville in 2023. His music kept going viral, but so did the tension behind it. On June 23, 2024, Foolio was celebrating his 26th birthday. He posted online throughout the day and was seen partying in Tampa clubs. But what he didn't know was that he was being followed. After switching hotels, Foolio and his team ended up at a Home 2 Suites. That's where the ambush happened. Surveillance footage showed 3 masked shooters lying in wait in the parking lot. One had a rifle with a brass catcher to collect shell casings. Another had a handgun with an extended clip. As Foolio pulled up, more than 30 shots were fired. He was hit multiple times and died on the scene. 3 others in the car were injured. This wasn't random. Police later confirmed that the killing was planned and coordinated. The suspects, 5 in total, were all tied to gangs from Jacksonville. Investigators said Isaiah Chance Jr. and Alicia Andrews acted as lookouts, following Foolio from club to hotel. Meanwhile, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Davian Murphy pulled the trigger. They had traveled over 200 miles from Jacksonville just to carry out the hit. Foolio was affiliated with a gang known as 6 Block. His rivals came from sets like ATK and 1200. These weren't just rap beefs. This was a deadly cycle of retaliation. Foolio's taunts in music videos and on Instagram were seen as fuel for the fire. But Florida law doesn't play when it comes to premeditated murder. And under state law, anyone who helps plan a murder can face the same punishment as the person who pulled the trigger. Within a month, authorities arrested Gathright, Chance, and Andrews. Rashad Murphy was taken in after a tense SWAT standoff. Davian Murphy, the last suspect, went on the run for nearly 6 months. He was finally captured in January 2025 at an apartment in Jacksonville. All 5 were charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy, and attempted murder. Some originally faced the death penalty, but prosecutors later decided to push for LA, life sentences without the possibility of parole. In court, the suspects showed little emotion. Most entered not guilty pleas at first, but the evidence was overwhelming. Surveillance footage, phone records, travel logs, and eyewitnesses. The court emphasized that under Florida law, everyone involved in planning and executing.
The ATF and the FBI and our local prosecutor, Susie Lopez. And I can guarantee you that we're going to be following up and making arrests in that case.
Are you guys looking at the social media aspect?
Absolutely. We're looking at the social media. We're working with our Jacksonville partners and getting intelligence on that. So definitely all top of our priority.
Do you believe that it's related to these 2 gang groups up in Jacksonville associated with the rappers?
So again, that's part of our investigation, but indications are that there is some type of relationship there.
And is there any of those gang members that present any of that over here on our side?
So the ones involved that night, we didn't have any ties in Tampa. So again, but that is part of our investigation.
Foolio's murder wasn't just another case. It was part of a bigger pattern. In recent years, rappers like XXXTentacion, FBG Duck, and King Von have been killed in public, often with multiple suspects later arrested and sentenced to life. In each case, social media, music, and street activity blurred together. Drill rap, where lyrics reference real beefs, has become a battleground. For law enforcement, it's a roadmap. For fans, it's often a tragic countdown. In Foolio's case, his music was his reality, but it also made him a target. Despite moving carefully and switching hotels, his enemies were watching. His death shows how dangerous these rivalries can get, especially when people treat rap beefs like war zones. Now, 5 young people are spending the rest of their lives behind bars, and a rising rapper is gone forever. This story is a reminder. The streets and the studio are no longer separate. What happens in one shows up in the other, and in this case, the results were fatal. Thanks for watching. If you found this story powerful or eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let us know in the comments what you think about the case, and whether life sentences were the right call. Until next time, stay safe and stay aware.